Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our WWE Total Extreme Wrestling stream for our 2010 playthrough. The road to WrestleMania is today. Well, we're not going to get to WrestleMania as we saw last stream. We only advanced a few shows, but the plan is to try and get to our next pay-per-view, which will be the Elimination Chamber. So we get there today. That would be awesome. Hopefully get another 2 hours in today for you guys as well. So it's going to be an interesting stream. Obviously, last stream it was getting a little bit frustrating, a little bit heated in some occasions, but certainly lots of fun as well. So we're going to continue on with that here today. So, of course, if you did miss last stream, well, you know, the interesting thing that really took place was, you know, Abyss. We couldn't get him. We tried to sign Abyss. Didn't quite work out. He wanted to stay with TNA, which was really annoying. And William Regal, actually, Steven Regal, sorry. Steven Regal decided he's going to stay put in, of course, in... so he's going to TNA, so my bad. So Steven Regal heading over to TNA. Yeah, I mean, a little annoying that we lost Steven Regal. We would like to have kept William Regal, but it is what it is. Now, obviously, we did change our relationship to TNA to war. Of course, what it means when two companies are at war is when two companies are at war, workers become exclusive. If someone signs for one company, he must automatically leave the other, which, you know, doesn't really happen much anyways. It's very rare that we do paper appearance deals between TNA and WWE. This relationship also means the AI will make more of an aggressive stance, and you can also access the Dirty Tricks menu. And Dirty Tricks, we don't have access to that yet. So once we get Dirty Tricks, maybe we'll start to play a few on TNA. But let's hope we can start having a bit of a war with TNA, because as far as I'm concerned, I am really fed up with TNA. They are really, really annoying me. So let's hope we can start to take some TNA guys away. And look, to be honest, there's definitely some names in TNA we could poach if we really wanted to. If we wanted to ignore the factor on a paper appearance deal, there's a few names from TNA that we could certainly, you know, swing and get back into our, you know, on our books. You know, Motor City Machine Gun's been one. That'd be an excellent addition to our roster. Amazing Kong. I'm actually very tempted to sign her because I know she did come to WWE, I believe, 2010, 2011. So that would be a realistic signing, and I mean, she would be excellent for our women's division. So she's someone who's definitely on my radar right now. And on the other ones, probably the Dudleys. Let's get them back. You know, it would be awesome to have them in ECW. It would be terrific to have them there. So there's a few names we could steal from TNA that would be very, very handy. And, you know, maybe we'll do it, maybe we do it, maybe we don't. But something to think about anyways. Rhino being another one as well. Rhino, again, would be excellent for ECW. So, you know, once these things start to take place, you know, maybe their contract expire or whatever, maybe we can do it. Alright, so let's move on. And let's start booking some more shows. The last episode we didn't really book a lot of shows. Instead, we kind of focused on creating new storylines, which we did. We got a lot of new ones, as you can see on your screen. Plenty of new storylines to take a look at, which we need to start establishing a little bit further on this episode. And that's certainly the plan here today, so we're going to keep on moving at that. And of course, we did establish that we're going to do 2 brand exclusive pay-per-views. Elimination Chamber for Smackdown and Bad Blood for Raw. And ECW will have its very own big special. It's not going to have a pay-per-view, but we're going to do a special ECW when maybe the same week that we do Bad Blood, maybe, or maybe March week 1 of March, just to separate a little bit. 3 weeks in a row we have 3 major shows for each brand, so maybe we go with that. Let's book some Smackdown. Alright, so the big thing is, of course, Edge. He'll be back very, very soon. In fact, he'll be back in 2 days' time from a torn ACL. So Edge is almost back, which is awesome. Drew McIntyre nearly back as well. So that's great. Get Edge back. Basically, you get one of our biggest stars. I think he would be behind Undertaker and Randy Orton. He would be our third biggest star on SmackDown, which is, you know, great. our second top heel. Alright, so let's start booking. I just need to take this up on my screen so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so do you think we'll get to the chamber today? I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna hope. Am I bringing back the all-time classic Lost in Space? Oh, well, it was pretty successful for them in 2006, 2007. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. So this week we might open things up with everyone in the Elimination Chamber kind of chatting back and forth. Or maybe a talk show. Talk show, guest argue. So how many we got? So one. Oh, that's a lot of people. So host 1, 2, 4, 6. So there's 7 there. So we don't need that one. So the host can argue with all participants of the. Well, the host is trying, you know, to mediate this between, you know, an argument between all the participants of the chamber. Actually, then again, Edge is in it, isn't he? So we can't use Edge. So we need to change that again. Talk show. Keep forgetting Edge. So 5 members of the chamber. So we don't know Edge is going to be in it yet. So the host, who can host this show? Who can we have? Chris Jericho? Might be a bad idea. The cutting, is it the highlight reel? Would probably be a good shout. Something for him to do. Yeah, I think Chris Jericho would be good. So Jericho. So who we got? We've got John Morrison, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam, and Rey Mysterio. So I know it says brawl, but you know, just ignore that. It's meant to be, you know, chatting back and forth. All right, so that will start things off. And let's have a match up here. So we might. What else we got? We got William Regal. Okay, so we'll have William Regal lose to Chris Hero this week. So we're jobbing William Regal out. So William Regal's on his way out. See you later. Let's have him lose to some of our up-and-coming names. I don't care if he's extremely unhappy. The next TW series, it should be local to global in 1980. Whoa, 1980. I'm not very familiar with that time period, but I know a lot of people would like to see me do a local to global, which would be insane. It would take me a long time to accomplish that. Yeah, the problem with it, with a local to global, is that my interest would probably fade, which is the only issue with it. Like, I like the concept of it. It's a great challenge, and I personally would love to do it, but can I keep my interest, because it's so frustrating through those early periods to get anywhere. So we'll have Katie Lee have a promo against Mickie James, which she's now going to try and be in contention for that championship. And we'll have her have a match. Have her take on Gal Kim. There's a chance we may lose Gal Kim, I think. I wouldn't mind doing some mixed tag stuff. Some mixed tag team matches, because I feel like that could be a way just to potentially bump up someone's rating. So maybe next week we might go ahead and do something like that. We might have Cody and Ted cut a promo on the Big Show and Chris Jericho. And we don't have a lot of teams. We could go Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins versus Cody and Ted. Have we done this match heaps of times? No, we haven't done it yet. Okay. Wow. And we'll give the Legacy a victory, just as another way to build them up for this championship match. And we didn't really do anything with The Undertaker and Batista, have we? Maybe we call it off for a week. We focus on the Chamber this week. Promo video between those two. Now, main event, we could do... we could do a tag match, or we could... Randy Orton, who could we have Randy take on? Randy and Rob Van Dam, we've been building towards that for a long time now. Maybe we do that another time. Randy and Ray's a really big match. I don't know if we could get a big match out of Ray and someone. Randy and John Morrison might not be a bad idea. Have we done this one yet? We have. It got 76. Wow. I think we can do better than that. So Randy and John Morrison. Randy Orton gets the victory. Clearly because Randy Orton is our next #1 contender, so we need to keep him strong. Maybe we'll have some interference here. So John Morrison can get distracted by Dolph Ziggler, who obviously has a bit of a bone to pick with Morrison after beating him last week by countout. So we can do that. And I was going to say add someone to commentary, but we can leave that. So there we go. That should be enough there. We should have enough. Just might think of maybe adding a pre-show match, but I think I've just noticed one thing that SmackDown's probably lacking a little bit is certainly like low guys on the card. You know, some guys who can lose quite frequently. So maybe that's something we think about doing. I have Chavo Guerrero. I know we couldn't find time this week to do this and start the storyline, but I might have Chavo just challenge Matt Hardy in the pre-show to a match. So 62 for that. The opener was 90, so that's a good start to the show. With the 5 Elimination Chamber participants going back and forth with the mic, with Chris Jericho there as well. William Regal, Chris Hero. So, Chris Hero 53, William Regal 70. That's why it's such a bummer to lose William Regal. Can still do it. Katie Lee promo, pretty good actually. Not bad. And her victory over Gal Kim 64. Katie Lee 62. Gal Kim 52. To be honest, I wouldn't mind rebranding Katie Lee Burchill. Taking the Burchill name off of her and rebranding her as something else. Because I think she definitely could be a legit female superstar, potentially women's champion caliber. She's good enough. She's good enough. So taking that Katie Lee Burchill, you know, the Burchill off her name might be a good idea, just to rebrand her and separate her from Burchill, who we did obviously plan to do something with him and William Regal, but now we've lost William Regal, got to scrap that. Not much you can really do from there. Interference might bring the match rating down. Yes, probably, but it's a way to continue the storyline. Legacy promo 85, which is pretty good actually for those two. Ryder and Hawkins versus Legacy 77. That's actually pretty decent. Cody Rhodes 77, Ted DiBiase 74. Kurt Hawkins dragging it down a bit with 54. Zack Ryder 65. If we can get Hawkins up, you know, that's a decent team we got there. Hype video for Taker and Batista, 90 rated. So that does enough. You know, we didn't have to have them face off this week. Keep them a little bit special. Maybe save that for next week. In the main event, that's much better, isn't it? 88. Much better between these two. Better than the 76 disaster they had last time. Randy 98. That's excellent. Morrison 81. Storyline behind it. And they have pretty good chemistry. That's great. So that's a feud down the line we could potentially explore with that good chemistry and exploit that. So 88, overall 85. All right, so there you go. Not too bad. All right, so a couple things. The war with TNA begins. They have accepted our war request. So there we go. And New Japan has accepted our proposal for a working agreement. I actually forgot that I did that, but I think it's not a bad idea, because then we can get a few New Japan guys on our roster and also send some of our lower-end guys to Japan to get a bit more experience and work with some good names. So it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. We can work with that relationship and, you know, I think also give us a little bit of an edge when it comes to TNA as well. 27.26 TV rating. So in terms of ratings, we are absolutely destroying TNA. There's no chance they're going to even get close to us when it comes to ratings. But when it comes to getting talent and just pissing me off, TNA are certainly doing a good job at that. Alright, so let's take a look at New Japan. So let's just have a look at dirty tricks. So here's an example of some dirty tricks we can do against TNA. Plant story. Use your contacts to plant a negative story about them in the wrestling media. So we can call up Dave Meltzer and say, hey, TNA have done this. You know, they're not paying this guy, or they're doing this to this guy, and he can run the story, even though it's bullshit, to spread some bad press about them. Web shots. Use your own website to take shots of them in stories. Okay, that wouldn't be that effective, but realistically, that just gives them exposure. So, if anything, that's just going to help them. So that's not a great idea. The plant story works a bit better. Openly mock. Have announcers and wrestlers take verbal shots at them during the course of shows. Again, TNA way lower than us. You'd really only do that if you were behind the 8 ball. So that's something TNA would do to us. Sponsor snipe. Contact the sponsors and leave anonymous negative rumors about them. That's something you should probably do. That way you cut away an income source of TNA. Disruption. Hire people to go to their shows and cause disruptions with signs and chants. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. And sign language. Create and distribute signs during your shows that mock or insult them. Again, that just promotes them, so probably not the best idea. So, what do you guys think out of those 6 dirty tricks? Which one would you probably suggest we go ahead and do? Because I wouldn't mind doing one now. Let's you know, cause some havoc. Let's piss them off a little bit. You know, let's do something. For me, I think planning story would be good. Sponsor snipe sounds like a very Vince McMahon strategy. You're probably not wrong there. So a lot of people saying sponsors, story. There's a bit of everything, isn't there? Sponsor, play story. Alright, so... Alright, I think the majority is saying sponsor snipe. So, let's go ahead and do that. Contact the sponsors and leave anonymous negative rumors about them. Yes. So, we will see the results of our actions soon. From my experience, it could take a couple of weeks or even a month to see any results. So, we'll have to wait a little bit. But it will come. Let's hope. Oh, okay, so good news. Gail Kim, she's staying. We've got her for another year, so we can keep Gail Kim. Like I said last week, I really like Gail Kim. I would love to push her and get her in a position where she can be women's champion. Unfortunately, her popularity is so low right now, might take a while to get her there. What else have we got? Oh yes, the alliance with New Japan. So let's take a look. Talent trades, this is what we want. So let's take a look at New Japan. Right now, as you can see, this is our only alliance with New Japan. So let's take a look at their roster and some of the names we could bring in. So let's look at some good workers. So straight off, we can get Alex Shelley. We could, which would be interesting because we could get Team 3D as well. So we could actually have TNA's talent working on our show at the same time as working in TNA in New Japan. Now, does that really help us? I mean, we could essentially bury them, yes, but, you know, I think down the line I wouldn't mind bringing in the Dudleys, so I don't really want to bury them, but, you know, it's possible. We could bring them in. Some other ones, these guys probably less known. Doug Williams, not a bad shout, bit of a veteran, you know, might be a guy you could bring in to lose. Giant Bernard, I wouldn't mind using A-Train. I actually am tempted to sign A-Train myself. Wouldn't bring him back as Lord Tensai, but certainly wouldn't mind bringing him back because I think he's got the talent. 73 brawl. You can see, look at his 60s there, basics of 80. He's got some talent. I think he can certainly produce some good matches. So he's someone I wouldn't mind bringing back. He could be a really decent heel. Only problem is his popularity is so low right now. The big name, the big man himself, Tanahashi. 84 popularity in Japan. Obviously, if we wanted to do a Japan show, he's the man to bring in. Look at his stats. 70s, chain, mat wrestling submissions, all in the 70s. Basics of 84. Great psychology. He's just terrific overall. Brilliant. Obviously would be fantastic to bring in. And he's the type of guy, if you send someone over, he's the guy you want them to work with because he will help them improve. So some veterans there. Liger. Okada. A young Okada. Isn't quite the megastar that he is now at this point. Just 22 years of age. 60 popularity in Japan. Stats-wise, not amazing yet. Not bad, but not amazing yet. So not the Okada we kind of know now. Kota Ibushi. Pretty good. Yeah, he's actually pretty good. Good aerial, good flashy, good basic. So he's pretty good at the moment. So he'd be definitely useful. Good popularity. Chono, obviously he's the Japanese legend. So he's 46. He's kind of up there in age, isn't he? But he could still, by the looks of his stats, he can still go. But I'm not sure if he would get penalised for his age at this point. Mystico. So obviously Sin Cara. Who look at his popularity in Mexico. 89. That's absolutely outrageous. If we ever do a Mexican show, we're getting him. Prince Devitt, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. 54 popularity in Japan. Obviously, it would probably be a good idea to get him on, compete in a few matches, just to get his popularity a little bit up, and get him kind of ready. At this point, his stats are pretty good, actually. Yeah, pretty good. He's a pretty good worker. His 70s, 80 basics, psychology is good, 75. Yeah, I don't think he's lacking his really mic skills. Again, that's obviously no surprise, but he's, pretty good. Pretty good. And hell, you could even get Nature Boy Ric Flair. They've got Ric Flair. Who actually, considering WrestleMania's coming up, Ric Flair would be a really good idea to bring in as a special appearance at WrestleMania and that Legends appearance. So definitely we'll try and get Ric Flair down the line to appear there. And probably the last guy I definitely want to think about bringing in is Nakamura. 84 popular in Japan. He's the IWGP Heavyweight Champion right now, so he's the top guy in Japan. He's the man. Brawling 81, chain wrestling, submissions all in the 70s, basics 87, psychology 83. From the looks of it, he might be their best worker. Let's go to excellent. So, probably a toss-up between Tanahashi and Nakamura. I think Nakamura might have him beat. There's a few other names as well. Kanemoto is pretty good. Yeah, he's got a lot of 80s, hasn't he? So, Nagata, very excellent as well, despite being 41. Oh, he actually might be better than Nakamura. Problem is, though, age could also impact him. But yeah, so Nakamura, very, very good. There's a lot of good names. A lot of good names. The problem is, obviously, their American popularity isn't fantastic, which means it does hinder their performances when they come here. So they're not going to exactly get those 5-star classics because their popularity is low. But, you bring them in, they have some matches, you try and improve their popularity a little bit there. Maybe you try and hire them full-time. Could work out. But, so that's a bit of a look at some of the names we could potentially bring in. So, out of all the names we kind of looked at, who would you think about bringing in just for a few matches? Just for a few matches to see how they go. Any other names? Naito is there as well. Naito. His stats are not amazing yet, but he's there. Shibata is in the game, but he's not in New Japan at the moment. So he's a free agent at the moment, Shibata. Ishii's there. So maybe put Nakamura in ECW. You wouldn't give one of these guys a championship. Then you probably would just give them a match or two, a few matches. Have a Japanese show so they could rub on talent to WWE. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Shelly and Sabin so they can have a match against the tag champs. That's not a bad idea. Same with Team 3D. You could definitely do that. Get Devitt, then put him in a stable. You can only really get them for a few appearances unless you want to keep re-signing him for appearances. So let's take a look. Let's get Giant Bernard because he's someone I want to try and bring in down the line. So let's bring him in for 5 appearances just to work with a few guys. And a few names we could send over. Let's see. Let's try and see if they'll take Vance Archer. So they'll happy to do that. They'll take Vance Archer, 15 grand. Do they even need the money? No, they want some money. What about 5 grand? 10? Alright, 15. Fine, we'll go back to the original deal. So 15 grand and Vance Archer. We're not going to use Vance Archer. That's fine. So that's cool. So someone else. Who else would benefit? Maybe a Trent Beretta. He could benefit. Let's see if we can get Nakamura for 5 appearances. So you're going to pay a little bit more for Nakamura. So 25 grand. Let's have a look. They don't want to line out anyone more for more than 5 dates at a time. That's fine. They don't think our offer is strong enough. Let's probably give them a little bit more. We are getting Nakamura in return. So, who else is really not doing a lot? Someone who could benefit from a stint in Japan, who we're not going to use for a little bit. What about Eric Escobar? They're still not happy. They want more. Let's give him 40 grand. No? What about 50 grand? Wow, okay, so they still want more. They're not willing to give out their top star for cheap, which I respect that. Who else? Let's have a look. Someone who's not doing anything. A lot of our guys are in storylines right now. Jamie Noble. Still not good enough. Matt Hardy. We're going to do something with him and Chavo for a little bit, so just trying to find someone who's doing nothing. Would like to give them Seth Rollins, but he's in a storyline at the moment. It'll be good experience for Seth Rollins. What about Primo? He's doing nothing. They don't want Primo. Okay, I understand that. I respect that. Paul Burchill? They still want more. Far out. Haven't you got enough? Let's have a look. Jimmy Wang Yang. Alright, so 50 grand and 5 of our talents later, we have Nakamura. Okay, great. So next time we want Nakamura, we need to offer a little bit better. That's fine. So that means that 5 of our talents will go and work at Japan, get some experience, which is a good thing. You know, they're not all going to be used at the same time, but we do get Nakamura. We can use him. Now, I don't know what we're going to do with Nakamura. Is he going to just come in and get beaten by our guys, or I don't know. I think it'd be good for Nakamura to come in and work with some of our top names. You know, have a match against, you know, a Randy Orton, have a match against John Cena. That would be good if we could do something like that. So, wait, does Nakamura have a gimmick? No gimmick needed. Okay, and who else did we get? Giant Bernard. Well, I'd give him A-Train. Yeah, I like A-Train. I like the A-Train name. So we'll give him the A-Train gimmick. I mean, do we try and get another one? But it kind of costing us our whole roster to bring him in. I wouldn't mind Prince Devitt. Prince Devitt. Shouldn't have to pay too much to get Prince Devitt, surely. Let's give them... Sheamus isn't doing anything, is he? Wouldn't be a bad idea for Sheamus to go over there and work there. So maybe we scrap Devitt and we try and get... Actually, Carl Anderson wouldn't be a bad idea because we'd like to get Carl Anderson, get his popularity to 40, because he's someone we want to sign down the line, obviously, to do Gallows and Anderson. So, might not be a bad idea, but surely we can get someone better for Sheamus. So maybe we'll go with Tanahashi. No, they're still not interested. Alright, so maybe we go back to Devitt. Alright, that's cool. So Sheamus isn't in the storyline at the moment. At least for now. Actually, he might be, but it doesn't matter. He shouldn't be booked anyways. Let's have a look. Japan run shows. Their schedule's every Monday, actually, so he could be booked. Yeah, he will be booked, actually, so... Well, that's a shame. Sheamus, what's he doing? Is he in a storyline? With Booker T. Well, I fucked up there. But anyways, doesn't matter. Sheamus, someone I think could benefit from going to Japan just to work over there for a little bit, work against some top names. We have to put this Booker T storyline on hold. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. It's just a match to have. There's only 2 more weeks to go until the pay-per-view anyway, so it doesn't really matter anyway. So a couple of new guys who can come in. Now, I won't put them on a brand. I'll just have them work wherever they want. So, here we go. We've been able to keep Tyrone Evans. And, oh yeah, so Bill Morrissey is Big Cass. So, we don't have a picture for him yet. I forgot to add one. So Bill Morrissey is Big Cass, and I actually went ahead and added a few new people who haven't been added to the game yet, and Big Cass debuted around 2010 or something like that. So we've added him in, so he's in, and his stats are pretty shit. I think he's a better babyface, so we'll have him work as babyface. So Edge has returned, and TNA have made an offer to Raven. So Raven's contract has expired. Dear God, do we sign Raven? Do we sign Raven? 45. No, his hardcore's okay. No, I think he's more trouble than what he's worth. Doesn't seem to have the alcohol issues and the drug issues. No. Nah, I forget about Raven. Yes, it'd be good to stick it at TNA, but is it really a big loss if they lose Raven? Shame has rained down on WWE tonight after it was officially revealed that officials from WWE had attempted to spread rumors about rival TNA to key sponsors in an attempt to discredit the promotion and disrupt their revenue. An official investigation now looks likely to be called. Oh shit, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. You guys think get Raven as a manager? Oh yeah, good mic skills, huh? I don't know if he'd want to work as a manager though, would he? And who would you put him with? Raven, who would you put him with? We have a dark stable? No, he'd be someone also you could go over the straight edge society. Someone who's got clean, that type of deal. Say CM Punk cleaned him up, you know. Yeah, so we're in trouble, guys. Our sponsorship attempt failed. We're in a little bit of trouble. TNA might file a lawsuit. So, yep. Fuck. That's not good. So A-Train is considered to be just an opener. We might give these guys mid-card status, just so we can give them long matches without getting penalized. Nakamura might make him a main eventer. Treat him as the real deal. Big name Japanese guy coming in. Treat him as the real deal. All right. So there you go. Raven and Punk have history too. Do they like each other or do they hate each other? Nothing. Okay. I don't know. A newer rookie with Raven. Who would you think? Maybe a Bray Wyatt? I don't know. it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I just don't know what we could do with him. You could have him as a worker, yeah, but he's 45. His matches would be pretty lousy. Raven would be awesome for Straight Edge Society. Better than Joey Mercury? Yeah, obviously. But Raven could be the mouthpiece of the group outside of Punk. Maybe we get Raven for Big Sweet Papi Sanchez. No. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Raven in the hardcore division. Yeah, I mean, that could work. But you could do something better than that, maybe. So, tempting. I mean, we would get in trouble if we tried to sign him. But that doesn't really matter. So TNA are going to try and give him a written deal. Raven, though, has, like, ridiculously good mic skills. So it would be a good idea to bring him in as a manager. In an age of where managers are pretty few and far between, you've got one in Raven. So we'll go for it. Vince is going to make it a bit harder, though. Doesn't want house shows. You know, look, Raven, that's fine. You can not work house shows. So we'll see if we maybe get Raven. I'm sure TNA will fight back, but we'll try. Drugs are not an issue. No, it didn't say under his name that drugs were an issue. Oh, yes! Oh, thank God. Yes, yes, yes. Mark Henry. Yes, he's staying. Thank God for that. I'm so freaking relieved. Mark Henry is staying with us. And the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, will come in as well and make an appearance for WrestleMania. So he's in. Hogan for Mania. Boom. Thank God. Thank God. That is such a relief, guys. You do not know how much relief that is. Vader is apparently retiring. If we didn't get in trouble all the time for bringing in older guys, he's someone you'd bring in for a match just to lose, you know. Jackie Moore's retiring. How old is she? 46. Wow. And Jim Duggan, 56. He's finally retiring too. So a couple of names retiring. ODB's a hot property. Well, 41 popularity. She can't be that hot property, but yeah, 31. She's okay. Pretty decent stats. Not too bad. New Japan has offered Toji Makabe a contract. His contract's expiring. He's IWGP Tag Team Champion, 75 pop in Japan. So obviously a big name in Japan at the moment. Look, we've just got a relationship going with New Japan. We don't want to try and steal their talent. Raven, rival update. Your offer is currently not being... Oh, I thought that was going to be... I thought that said my offer is being seriously considered. Okay, so Raven. I would say events and ATV shows, but that would exclude ECW. But if we are going to make ECW an A show after WrestleMania, so we could probably do that and get away with it. So, yeah. Push level never lower than mid-carder. Yeah. Let's give him a bonus. Can we get him a pay rise? No, Vince won't give him a pay rise. Okay, one of the two offers he'll consider. Pretty likely he'll stay with TNA at this point. 5 years is a pretty long contract for a 45-year-old. Who's most likely going to decline. But you could send him down to be a trainer as well. There's a few things you could do with him. Road agent, obviously a very creative guy, and, you know, could be okay there. Alright, let's try it. You know, we'll give him that offer, we'll give him that deal, and we'll see if he takes it. Alright. Sign The Rock. Well, look. 37-year-old Rock. It wouldn't be a bad idea if we just gave The Rock a 10-year contract. Boom. Lock him up. I want to use The Rock. Maybe he can return him at this year's WrestleMania, but I want to use The Rock. But for now, we've kind of got WrestleMania sorted, so we don't really need The Rock yet. Plus, if you want to have The Rock come back, you want the whole show to be centered around The Rock, his return, like the WWE did. You know, Cena versus The Rock. So we could definitely do something like that down the line. But for now, kind of content with The Rock. I don't know. Do you want to bring him? Should we? Well, he wants a big contract. Fuck. That's a lot of money to be paying every month for someone you're not going to use. My fear. Surely TNA can't afford to give The Rock 115 grand a month. They can't afford that. Surely. So. Probably good. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to lock him up. I don't know. We can give him the contract. Let's do it. We don't want anyone else taking The Rock, even running the chance of taking The Rock. So we might as well get him. We can get him. We can get him. And look, we bring The Rock in. He could be the new GM. Bring The Rock in. He could, you know, he'll wrestle. He'll wrestle, but not all the time. Not full time, obviously. Now let's just have a look if The Rock has got. Yes, movie star. Okay, so you want to make sure that he will get booked for movies to make that more realistic. So personality usually, and occasional wrestler usually. Yeah, so that's pretty accurate. He's not retired, is he? No. No. And you can see, massively popular, and that's rightfully so. Yeah, okay. Rock can do everything. He can. He can. Did I say that? I don't know if I did. Oh well. Okay, let's book another show. So we've got Raw. TW16 is definitely the best TW you can get, by far. What's wrong with Shawn Michaels? He's been annoying everyone with preaching about how great religion is. Oh, Shawn, of course you are. Slap on the wrist. There's nothing. He's religious, but we can't really say, hey, you know, shut the hell up, Shawn. We can't say that to him, so. Sometimes this game is very accurate. Okay. Rock fight Batista. I would like to see that, yes. Rock Batista would be good. Rock, CM Punk, Rock Cena, Rock Taker, Rock, even Edge, Rock Randy, Rock Triple H, why not? Rock Shawn Michaels. You gotta fix your approval rating. Yeah, it's because I keep signing people that Vince doesn't want me to sign. I hate this stupid owner goal. Problem is, we're stuck with it forever. Is there any cheat to reset your owner goals? Is there a cheat for that? Because I would like just to reset that shit. Because I hate this stupid goal. All these goals are kind of lousy. Can't hire anyone who has less than 71 in basics. That pretty much eliminates any rookie. You basically can't sign anyone unless they're 40 years of age. And then you're not even allowed to sign anyone who's over 35. So, ridiculous. Alright, let's book. So last time on Raw we had... Oh yes, so CM Punk had a match against Shawn Michaels. Epic match, 98. And on that match, Joey Mercury made his debut announcing that he's a part of the Straightest Society. Great. So Joey Mercury's in. Let's have a look at Joey Mercury. Where is he? Joey Mercury. There we go. So Joey Mercury's in. 40 popularity. Not great at all. So but what we might do this week is have him team up with Luke Gallows and do something there. Maybe we open the show up with a stable. So, stable, promo. So stable, leader, so CM Punk, and realistically if we want to get a better rating, actually no, we'll have them all cut a promo. And we'll have them cut a promo on DX and John Cena. Oh! We got a donation coming in from the Phenomenal Star who's dropped a big $5 donation. Thank you so much, sir. Type something in the chat so I can make you a moderator if you are not already one. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that so much. You have been deleted apparently as well. What was I doing? So, yeah, I think we could. Phenomenal Star. There he is. Thank you so much, man. Boom, moderator. Welcome to the mod squad. Alright, so I know making new angles is kind of a bit boring just to see, but you kind of have to do it. I'll just do that so I don't have to put everyone's name in it. Okay, there we go. Stable promo. So let's go CM Punk, Luke Gallows, Joey Mercury, John Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. And they can open the show up. Just got to check Joey Mercury. Own opener. We need to change that, otherwise we'll get heavily penalised. Change that to mid-carder. Luke Gallows as well. Upper mid-carder. Oh, there you go. That's pretty good, actually. Is it a good position? There's no owner gold cheats. Damn it! I have high things for Morrison, so I won't pair him with Joey. Look, if I can get Joey Mercury to where to 65, 70 popularity, absolutely would love to bring back Eminem. I like that team. But I do want to see John Morrison as world champion at some point in the series, so, you know. Okay, so what I was doing. Let's have one of my Japanese guys have a match. So, Seth Rollins. Let's have him take on A-Train. Part of our US title thing. Seth Rollins and A-Train. We'll give Seth Rollins the win. But then let's have Mike Knox send a bit of a message to Seth Rollins afterwards. Actually, no, that's the other way around. Seth Rollins, Mike Knox. Okay, so let's do a women's match. Eve. Actually, no, I want to do a let's do a mixed tag, because I think one way we can slowly improve our women is by interacting them with some of the men. So let's do R-Truth teaming with Melina to take on Maurice and The Miz. Hey, I didn't plan for that to actually be, but that actually works out pretty well. So there you go. And that could work out okay. And we'll give The Miz the victory. And he can cheat. He cheated. Is Mike Knox going to join the Shred Society? If we get Raven, no. I don't want too many members. We've already got Luke Gallows as well, so we've kind of already got the big man role fulfilled. Any big plans for The Miz? He's pretty good. Yeah, he's very good. Miz is very good. Look, I don't know if he's world title material, but the problem is we've got a really aging roster. So someone like The Miz is probably going to get a world title run just because there's no one else. Really, there's no one else. So, look, absolutely, I think The Miz will get some kind of run at the big time. He deserves it, absolutely. So I'd like to get him in that position at some point. So Booker T cut a promo on Sheamus. Just wanted to see if Sheamus is available, despite potentially being booked for Japan. He is available, so we thought the fear was that he might not be available. And we got a $5 donation from the Super Chat coming from Asteroid Nukes. Thank you so much, friend. And we'll try and give you that moderator as well. Thank you so much. Welcome to the moderator squad. Yes, I know it's a little bit delayed. The Super Chat is a bit delayed with the real live chat. But thank you so much, Asteroid. Really, really appreciate that. And anyone who donates, I thank you so much, guys. It means the world to me. Appreciate you guys. The only problem is, it makes me lose my train of thought. What was I doing? Let's do another US title situation. Santino can take on, I was going to say Prince Devitt. Santino can take on Vlad. Now, who gets the win over this? Vlad 53. Santino 54. I mean, who's got more potential out of these two jokes? I guess Santino. Righto. Give him the win. Vlad hasn't had many wins though, has he? Has he won anything? He's not won a match. You know I'm being generous if I give Santino a win. Neither guy has won a damn match. We're getting desperate if I give him the win. I was going to use Sheamus. Yes, I was. Well, we'll just have Booker T hype the match. Probably running out of time a little bit. We need to do something with our main event. Oh, we were going to do Gallows and Mercury teaming up, weren't we? Running out of time. Turn Vlad face and have him team with Santino. Two shit guys on the same team. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Adds another team. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It gives something for both guys to do. What can we do as our main event? CM Punk rematch against someone? We could use... We don't really use Jericho and Big Show enough, do we? They're kind of split on both shows. Could we do something there? Cut some time for the mixed tag. It could help, couldn't it? I don't know, we're still kind of running a little bit low on time. Cut some time out of this one. Cut some time on that. So that gives us a bit of time. So we could probably squeeze in a Mercury match. Joe Mercury, Luke Gallows. Well, there's only one team they can face. We'll give them Jamie Noble and Yoshitatsu. Just a quick match. Gallows can win. Jericho vs HBK. Too big of a match just to do for no reason. We need something, don't we? You can give Jack Swagger a match against a big name, a Triple H. Swagger and Triple H. Probably won't be brilliant, but it'll be okay. CM Punk on commentary. Probably we're already running overtime. CM Punk on commentary, and then save from an attack, maybe. Save from 3-on-1. Triple H. Shawn Michaels. Well, you can pretend that Michaels is injured for the week because of the beatdown last week. So John Cena helps out this week. And CM Punk, Luke Gallows, geez, they're going to be overused this week, aren't they? Maybe. We might have to cut this Booker T promo. I mean, we could just cut this Vlad match. That's garbage anyways. Just cut that. And that will work out well. And this can give us a few extra minutes for this main event. And we can add another minute to this one as well. So, have we covered everything there? What are we missing? No, we've pretty much covered everything for our Raw storylines. Okay. Yep, I'm happy with that. Oh, the thing I was going to do is I was going to make Joey Mercury an upper mid-carder, even if it's just for a week or two. It's just so... Because I've really overused him this week, I just don't want to get penalised for overusing him. So Vlad and Santino, 56 to open things up at the pre-show. Then the six-man group kind of promo. Did we mess that up? They weren't appearing? Did I mess that up? I could have. I think I may have. That's okay. Still got a good rating. Seth Rollins and A-Train, 54. A-Train, 48. Okay. Not bad. Considering his bad popularity, that's to perform above your popularity is what you want. So if he has 40 popularity and he's performing at 48, that's an 8 differential. That's pretty positive, so you'll take that. 58 for the Mike Knox beatdown. So the mixed tag match was pretty good. And I was hoping for that. Melina 69, Truth 71, 81 for Miz, 64 for Maurice. So realistically, you look at the Miz, having a lot of good matches, isn't he? Last stream got copyrighted because I can't watch it no matter what I try. The last stream is now available. It did get copyrighted. I did fix it though. Which is why you're listening today. I'm not playing any current theme songs or anything like that. I'm just playing non-copyrighted music because I don't want to get the videos copyrighted again. It was CM Punk's Cult of Personality theme that got it copyrighted. So apologies for that. Straight Society versus Noble and Tatsu. 63. Gallows 61, so that's pretty good from Gallows. Mercury the weak link. Ugh, 41. Tatsu 56. Noble 55. Jamie Noble, really good performance considering he has pretty crap popularity. Miz could really be a future main event guy. He's doing really well. Absolutely, he's doing very, very well. Booker T, promo, pretty good. And hey, here's a good match. Swagger and Triple H. 80 for Swagger, 97 from Triple H. They have great chemistry. Okay, something to think about. 89, that's really freaking good. So... Jack Swagger, he might get a bit of a popularity boost out of that. You have that type of match, that can really help him out. So that's really good. That actually been a lot better than I thought. And then the angle at the end, Cena with the save, 95 rated, worked out pretty well. And here's the thing. You get Mercury, you get Gallows and these guys in these angles that are highly rated, it can only improve their popularity. So that's a good news. That's really good news for us. Overall 87 show. Happy with that. That's good. That's good. Naomi's contract is ending. We definitely want to renew her contract, even if Vince doesn't like it. I'll give her a long-term deal. Vince, piss off. I'm sick of your shitty goals. I should really start using Jericho if you're planning to do Jericho vs DX. Jericho are feuding with the Legacy on Smackdown, so I am using them, just not probably enough. You could probably do a little bit more with them, but they are getting used. Miz and Swagger are impressive. Yes, they are actually. They're our next guys coming through. They've done a pretty good job. Swagger 73 at the moment, so no probably notable change. Mercury bumped up a little bit. He did beat Tatsu, who did have a lot more popularity than him, so he should have probably gone up. Tatsu didn't drop, which is good news. Jamie Noble, he's at 45, so that's good. Gallows is at 63. Would be really good when we get Gallows to 70. That'd be fantastic. Bit of a grind though to get there. Truth, let's check him out. Still 71. Melina, 66. Maurice, 66 as well. A-Train, still at 41. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is at 45 at the moment. So we've done well with Seth. We're getting in there. Taking a while. We're getting there. Will Swagger get a push? Look, I'd like to say he'll get a push. I don't know if he'll ever win the world title, but definitely US IC title. He'll get those championships. Might win world title. I don't know. He'll have to keep on improving. He's not quite there yet. Will JCG get a single push? Yeah, you turn off auto goals. How do you turn them off? With the main title. Yeah, look, like I said, you know, potential. Probably the type of guy who needs money in the bank to get him that championship. But we'll see. Oh, sorry, my mic must have cut out for a second. I apologize for that. I think I might have accidentally clicked it. Clicked it off. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's continue on. So no real notable changes in our popularity this week. It's hard though. It's hard because you've got really no one you can sacrifice. This is the challenge: getting guys over naturally and organically. It's a tough challenge. That's why it's handy to send them elsewhere to other, you know, promotions and things like that. Alright, so we've got ECW next. Just wanted to see if I've got anything else to check. I don't think I do. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, we do have Hulk Hogan. We could actually have him appear now, couldn't we? Earl Hebner's contract still hasn't started. He's the only guy. Earl Hebner's the only guy we've been able to steal from TNA. And we haven't been able to use him yet. Still waiting. Sacrifice some older guys. The problem is we get in so much trouble when we try and hire older guys. If we did it too much, it's going to really impact us a lot. Who do you get as well? That's the thing. Sandman, 50. Sandman would be a mess though, wouldn't he? Carly. We probably should have kept Carly and just had him lose a bit. What about we get Brad Maddox? No, let's avoid that disaster. Alright, so we've got ECW this week. So we continue on with our hardcore title situation. So a few more hardcore matches. We need to try and, what can we do with, okay, what we might do is we'll do a fatal tag open up. So let's have Christian team up with Kofi to take on Kane, Mark Henry. So Mark Henry, because now he's staying with us, let's reward him with the opportunity to get pushed a bit more. So pushed a little bit more as a singles, and maybe even a world title run down the line. I want to reward him for being loyal to us. Alright, so let's do a hardcore match. ECW rules. Sabu versus... Sabu. Homicide. How's Carlito? No, 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 no. Really, really bad. Homicide's probably the guy. MVP? No. Maybe Tanaka. I want to get Tanaka pushed up a bit more. We haven't had these two have a match yet, so that's good. That's a good mix. Sabu can take the victory. Ricochet, no, he's not good in 2010. I tell you though, who is good? I had another look at him, and I was very tempted. Is Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens. I had a second look at him earlier on, and I was starting to think maybe might not be a bad idea to think about bringing him in. Problem is though, he's main eventing in Ring of Honor, so he's doing pretty well there. So you don't really need to bring him in. What's Prince Devitt like? No, not really. I mean, Prince Devitt would suit the good wrestling style that we're looking for here in ECW. So him and Low Key can have a match. Let's have them tear it up. Maybe some high spots? No, maybe not. Technical? Mat Wrestling's really good for Low Key. Really good for Finn Balor. Yeah, let's have a technical match. 20 minutes. Let's have a good technical match on ECW. Something a little bit different. And let's have Kane cut a promo. Oh, well, we need him cut a promo? Maybe not. Tommy... Let's have Homicide cut a promo on Tommy Dreamer. About the hardcore title situation. Doesn't want a script? Alright, let's see how you go without a script. Another match up here. Let's give Tajiri a contest against Carlito. Haven't had Carlito have a match for a little bit. Let's give him another win. And now we'll book for our main event, our tag match. Kane, Mark Henry, Christian, and Kofi. And we'll put... Well, do we need an MVP on commentary? 83 color. Yeah, we'll put him on commentary. He'll do a better job than Matt Striker. And do we give the heels a victory? No, we'll give Christian the win. How's Christian doing? 80 popularity. That's really good. Really good. Mark Henry, 77. That's pretty good, actually. That's on the rise. Kane's 80. And Kofi's obviously 82. So they're all pretty even. That's good news. MVP's a little bit lower, so he's not in the mix at the moment. But that's pretty good. And we could probably give this 2 more minutes just to make that an even 15. And that's ECW. So 90 rated for our opening segment. That's pretty good. Good way to start the show off. Sabu and Tanaka, not great. 45. Oh, they don't have good chemistry. Okay, that's what went wrong. Daniel Bryan promo, not too bad for Daniel Bryan. That's pretty good. Devitt and Low Key, 64. Low Key, 67. Devitt, 47. So I tell you what, for the Low Key, who has, you know, mid-50s popularity, to produce a 67, that's really good. That's really good. Homicide, 68. His set promo, that's pretty good as well. Tajiri and Carlito, a lot better than what it should have been. Carlito, 65. Okay. That's an improvement. Carlito, keep moving. If we can keep him, you know, get him around that 70, that'd be pretty handy for us. I think he could be a decent heel on our roster. Main event, 77. Probably would have hoped for at least 80, but 77 is pretty good. Henry, 77. Kane, 75. Kofi, 76. Christian, 80. Again, Kofi has the best popularity out of everyone. He's only producing 76. So his in-ring skills just aren't up to scratch to be a championship caliber guy right now, which is so disappointing. Tanaka used too much. Okay. Used for 10 minutes, but apparently too much. There you go. Jack Lance is retired. Okay. Devitt needs time to heal. Interesting. 0.78 TV rating for ECW. So just look at Masato Tanaka. So it says I did a auto push on everyone. It changed some of the ECW guys' push on the roster, which is making him a little bit lower than what perhaps it should have been. Which is okay, but it's just a little annoying. We have to fix low key. So low key 54 popularity. Doing really well, isn't he? Like, he's the one guy who's kind of on his way up. Having good matches, he's got the ability, he can work the ECW style. Averaging 62, but, you know, definitely has the ability to get higher when he can get that popularity up. Started at 55, started at about 50 popularity, he's now bumped to 54. So, it's good. It's good. Air Boom could be good. Yeah, you're right. I think Kofi might have to be a tag team guy. I don't know if he can be a top tier main event singles wrestler. I just don't know if he's good enough. I think Air Boom would be a good tag team. That was Evan Bourne and Kofi, yeah, I think. Pretty sure. So, we might do that. Because Kofi at the moment struggling as a singles, and if we do Air Boom, then we could do Air Boom versus Henry and MVP. There's a feud right there. We've got that. Carlito and the Colognes. So Carlito and Primo. We've got that feud once we get Primo turning. Low Key and Homicide versus Air Boom. So we've got another strong team there. And yes, it will give Evan Bourne something to do. He's been doing nothing. He's had, like, what, 2 matches? Oh, you know, he's had 8 matches. Average rating is 74. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was. But could be better. It could be better. Yeah. His best match was against Kane as a sing. Oh no, yeah, his best match has been against Kane, apart from the Royal Rumble. So, So it's not terrible from Evan Bourne, but definitely let's put him with Kofi, and I think it'll give us a strong team, a team to take on Jericho and Big Show as well if you wanted to. So we can go with that. Anything else happening in the news? Nothing else really. You think Bourne and Kofi could have a good match? To get against each other, I don't know, but teaming, I feel like they could be solid. Try to get Eric Young. Trust me, whenever a TNA guy comes up, we're going to try and get him. So here's some news. Wade Barrett defeated Justin Gabriel for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. So finally a new champion down in Florida Championship Wrestling. And it is Wade Barrett. So interesting. Wade Barrett's now the man. 40 pop for Wade. Justin, 38 popularity. Bray Wyatt beat Muhammad Hassan. Asuka beat AJ Lee to keep her championship. And Ty Dillinger beat Bo Dallas. There you go. Sanjay Dutt for SmackDown Mid-Carter. I've never been a big fan of Sanjay Dutt, to be honest. His stats, there's a lot better guys I'd rather sign, you know, aka this man. 66 brawl, 60 hardcore, mid-60s chain wrestling and mat wrestling, 75 basics. Mic skills pretty decent. Not amazing yet, but he's certainly getting close to being very good. Very, very good. Match history. averaging 61, best of 73 against the American Wolves. Steen Erico versus the American Wolves. That would have been good. Zack Sabre. Is he in the game? 22 years of age. Good chain and mat wrestling. Actually, you know, he's pretty decent considering his age. What's up, Tom Talks Rubbish? Welcome. Welcome to all our moderators. Thank you for keeping the chat safe here for our stream. So we'll advance another day. What was this? William Regal will be leaving the company tomorrow. No, I wanted to job William Regal out a little bit more. Ah, shit. William Regal. We dropped him to 65. Chris Hero beat him last week and only bumped up a few points. Shit. He'll be leaving tomorrow. So that means we don't get to use him tomorrow, does it? Reset my approval rating? Yeah, good idea. I just stupid owner goals. So lame. So we're keeping Naomi. That's good news. She's staying. William Regal's done. So he's finished. Trent Beretta, his contract is up. Well. Trent Beretta, let's have a look at his skills. How has he improved? Up to 30 there. He's really hasn't improved much. To be fair, hasn't had a lot of matches. He's on the main roster right now. Probably shouldn't be on the main roster. I think he should be in developmental. He's on the main roster just to be a job guy, essentially. He's currently on loan to New Japan. Should we keep Trent Beretta? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to keep Trent Beretta, because right now, I don't really care either way. I could cut him, and I wouldn't really care. I should call someone up for ECW. Yeah, I mean, ECW could use another guy. I think right now Smackdown probably needs another lower-end guy. You know, Smackdown needs like a job guy. Someone we're not pushing. Because we need a few guys who can lose there. A lot of ones. A lot of you guys think, let's keep him. Alright. I guess we better keep him. Stats-wise, not amazing, is he? I think he probably needs to go to developmental, to be honest with you. So, let's give him a year. I wonder if TNA are going to try and poach him from me. I doubt it. Surely they don't make a play for him. If TNA makes a play for him, they can have him. To be honest with you, they can just have him. I'm really annoyed that I didn't get the job out William Regal for another week, though. That's disappointing. New Japan's going to make him star. Well, I hope New Japan does something decent with him. Beretta's pretty good nowadays. Yeah, he's good nowadays, but not so much in 2010. Let's have a look at developmental. So I want to change this to Big Cass. I don't have a picture for him yet. I'll get one next stream. So he's there. Who could get the call up? Alex Riley. Not too far away, Alex Riley. He's got some popularity too. But if you wanted someone to call up just to be a job guy, you want someone who's you don't really see much in the future for. Or someone who's not quite ready yet, but gets that bit of exposure. Hassan, no. I don't want to. Hassan, I want to push heavily when we get him back. He needs to get back in shape, though. I think he's currently in the process of bulking up a bit. Who could really be that guy? Lance Cade might not be a bad idea. Someone who's got a bit of popularity, but probably won't push him. call up Gabriel to job him out, though? Do you want me to job Gabriel out? I mean, he probably deserves the call up. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's had a good run in FCW. He was heavyweight champion. He defended the title 17 times. So he had a good run. Sweet Puppy Sanchez. Oh, I don't know if he deserves to get on the main roster. Well, Paige is now 19. Last time I checked, she was 18. So that's good. She's getting up there in age. She's still very young, though. Roman Reigns, should he be my job guy? I'm not even going to give you guys the option for that one. Sami Callihan. We do have Sami Callihan. What's his name? Solomon Crow, isn't it? So, probably should change that. David Atunga. What about Wes Briscoe? He'd be a good jobber. I don't know, man. We just need someone to come in and fill a role, just to be there on the roster. Not going to get any wins, just to lose a little bit on Smackdown. I'm thinking either Lance Cade, or do you go with someone different? You go with a Sweet Puppy Sanchez, or do you give someone like, you know, a Ty Dillinger a chance to be on the roster for a little bit, get some more experience, that type of deal? Get Ellsworth, Brett DiBiase. You know, you could probably use Brett DiBiase in the future. DiBiase's only 21. He's still... You need someone who's probably not going to develop too much. Like a Damien Sandow, for example. 8 years. Is he really going to get a lot more out of developmental? I don't know. I might just go with Lance Cade. I think Lance Cade could be the one. I'll just have a quick look at his development. So he's not even improving at all. So Lance Cade's getting no improvement. So he's the type of guy you bring up, put him on the main roster. He's not going to really do a lot, just to lose, really, and to be a guy. Be a guy who can work with someone. He's got some popularity, so his matches won't be abysmal either. And look, if he has good matches, you never know. You never know. You can push him. What happens with ECW in this game when it gets to the time where WWE cancelled in real life? Nothing, because I'm not getting... We are replaying this. We are replaying history. So if it gets cancelled in real life, well, that's great. It ain't going to get cancelled on this game because I'm making sure it doesn't get cancelled. Del Rio to job, I should say. No, Del Rio is probably the one guy who has the most potential in our developmental. There's not many others. As you can see, Del Rio, Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Justin Gabriel have great performance skills. The rest, not so much. So they're our top 4 right now, our top 4 prospects in developmental. So you want to make sure you take care of them. Sign Trevor Murdoch. I can't. He's with TNA. I tried to get him, but I couldn't. Alright, let's go to SmackDown. RVD turned up late. I'll give him a warning. Put out Justin Gabriel on ECW. Yeah, I think Gabriel could suit on ECW. Yeah. Give Air Boom a match on SmackDown. No, they're on ECW. They're a part of that. What I might do is I might call up someone from developmental just to take a loss, but just to fast track their development a bit. Let's give Rusev a match, and Rusev can lose to... Maybe you give Nakamura a win. Do you want to give Nakamura a win to start things off? But his first match against Rusev, is that really that good of an idea? Who could use a win? Matt Hardy could probably use a victory. Zack Ryder could use a win. We'll give Zack Ryder a win. Quick little match against Rusev. That way you give... So what that does is you get Rusev on TV. It will improve his popularity just by default by being on TV. And so when he goes back to developmental, they'll push him more. They'll give him more matches, so he'll actually get used more. Otherwise, if he's got such low popularity, they're not really going to do a lot with him, which is disappointing. You want them to do more with him. So let's do a face-to-face confrontation between Undertaker. We'll do a face-to-face pull-apart. So these two obviously have hated been back and forth, beating the crap out of each other for weeks now. So this is what you do if you want to get some guys some more popularity. Get them involved in a hot angle like this. So, yeah, let's get Hulk Hogan in it. Jimmy Wang Yang, yeah, let's put him in. So some of our lower end guys, put them in this type of angle as a way to improve them. And this is probably where you want to use a Rusev, to be honest. Let's use Kurt Hawkins. And... one more person. Yeah, we'll go Prince Devitt. Face to face between Batista and Taker. Can you get Brock Lesnar? Not yet. We're keeping it slightly realistic. We'll get Brock Lesnar in a year or so. Plus, I don't really need Lesnar right now. I'm happy with who I've got. So Matt Hardy can respond to Chavo Guerrero's challenge by cutting a promo on him. Actually, we'll have them have a match. Matt Hardy versus Chavo. I'd like to have Chavo win, but that would sacrifice Matt too much. So Matt Hardy can win. Maybe Chavo gets pissed off afterwards. So Chavo... Can do what we did similar with Daniel Bryan and Shelton Benjamin. Chavo attacks Matt Hardy after an attempted handshake. Am I bringing in NXT? I will be, but I'm happy with FCW. It'll just be a rebrand. Like, I'll keep FCW, but just change the names to NXT. I wouldn't mind. I kind of want to use Nakamura in some type of capacity. So let's give Nakamura a match. So we've got him, we might as well use him. And let's give him a match against someone pretty good. Against Cody Rhodes. Yes, he'll lose Nakamura, but... actually, Cody Rhodes is competing for the tag. Let's give him a match against... go Batista, maybe? What about Chris Jericho? And we'll have Cody Rhodes on commentary, scouting him out. So this Cody Rhodes, and then we're gonna have a post-match. We'll just do Big Show can come out for the save, as Cody and Ted try and take advantage of the opportunity. Big Show comes out, beats the shit out of him. So, and that gives Nakamura, obviously against Chris Jericho, great. 15-minute match gives Nakamura a chance to shine and do well. And hopefully they have a good match. It probably won't be a great performance from Nakamura, so... am I going to create the WWE Network? Probably yes. I think that would be very wise to do. And get NXT and other shows on there would be very, very smart to do. We'll give Maria a match. She can take on Katie Lee. So we give Katie Lee another win. Have Nakamura and Jericho fight to a draw. That wouldn't be wise. That would hurt Chris Jericho. He should be beating Nakamura pretty comfortably. A main event. Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio versus... who do you have? Rey Mysterio versus Randy. Do we want to give that one away? Already had Randy and John Morrison, which was good last week. Rey Mysterio and Dolph Ziggler. We've done that a lot. Hasn't really worked out too well. Do you do John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler again? They've had a bit of back and forth the last few weeks. We might go with that one. There's been a little bit there, and their last match was 78. Let's put the title on the line again, and we'll have John Morrison win in a definitive fashion. And Rey Mysterio on commentary. Color 76. Randy Orton, yeah. So Randy Orton on color commentary, scouting out his opponents. So we just need to cut a couple of minutes. Cut that one down. Cut one more minute here. So we should be okay. Dolph versus Morrison for the title again. Yeah, I think because Dolph Ziggler interfered and distracted Morrison last week, and obviously Dolph did win that match by countout. So there's a little bit there. Unfinished business. One more match between the two for the title. That way we can get away with Morrison not defending on the pay-per-view, and we get the most out of this little mini rivalry between those two. Rey vs Edge. We're not having Edge until the pay-per-view. Will you give Legacy the tag belts in this save? Yes. More than likely they'll have it, but not yet. DX are going to get next, probably. Unless I don't have DX win the belts. That's something I haven't thought about yet. Okay, let's go with it. No surprise, Batista and Taker very good to start things off. Rusev and Ryder. Rusev 16. Oh my god, that's terrible. Wow. Zack Ryder 59. I tell you what though, Zack Ryder is improving. He's getting around that 60 mark. If he can stay there consistently, can be okay in mid-carder. Matt Hardy 62. Oh yeah, we're still thinking about turning him, aren't we? To broken. Not going to do that one yet. Matt and Chavo 66. Matt Hardy 70. Chavo 62. Okay, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. And afterwards 66 with the handshake. DX vs Legacy sounds awesome. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good, to be honest. Wow, here you go. Jericho and Nakamura, 74. A lot better than what I expected. Jericho obviously carried. 88 for Jericho. Nakamura just 53. And you might be thinking, why is Nakamura doing that bad? It's because WWE in this save is all about popularity. The only way really to have good matches is by having a lot of popularity. Your ring performances will sway the results by a little bit, but no more than maybe 10, positive or negative. So if someone has 50 popularity, probably the best they might be able to do is maybe 65 in ring performance. But they could also drop down to 40 or something like that, if you get what I mean. So that, 10, 15 swing between up or down from their popularity. And 83 there for the Big Show, coming after Jericho, Cody Rhodes. 83 for the Big Show, saving Jericho from Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Setting up for that matchup at the pay-per-view. Maria and Katie Lee, 62. Katie Lee, 66. Maria, pretty poor at 46. Morrison and Ziggler. Oh, wow. Okay. 88. I did not expect that. Wow. So the title on the line... 88 rated match. Morrison keeps the belt. Randy on commentary as well. 77 for Ziggler. 82 for Morrison. Jeez, that's really good. Wow. So that's very positive. And it goes to show, if you build up a match a little bit, get some storylines building, it certainly can improve the match rating. So 85 overall, a lot better than I expected, I tell you that now. Bring Del Rio into the Smackdown roster after WrestleMania and a title immediately, and give him a title immediately. Ooh, don't know about that yet. Del Rio should go to Smackdown. Yeah, you're probably right. I think so. Yeah, I think Del Rio should go to Smackdown. There's a couple of injuries. Jado's injured. 26.86 TV rating. Let Triple H turn on Shawn. No, I don't want another DX feud. Do we really need to do that? I mean, it's possible, but I'm happy with them being together. I kind of want them just to be allies forever and potentially part-time tag champs, tag team whenever they feel like it. For now, anyways. So Nakamura with his good match. I think he definitely went up a little bit of popularity. Let's just have a quick look. He was... well, maybe not. 44, 43. Maybe he didn't go up. Maybe a little bit. Not too much, though. What about keeping Edge off TV until WrestleMania? Well, the thing about WrestleMania is you don't want surprise matches. Surprises, yes, in a way they're good, but if you got someone like Edge, who's got 90 popularity and who's your top 3 star on your brand, like he's our 3rd biggest name on SmackDown, you don't want to have him potentially not be on the card. You want to use him as a draw card for WrestleMania. So you want to have him in a hot storyline, high profile feud heading in, because you don't want him to be forgotten about. You want people to tune in to WrestleMania to watch Edge, not tune in for the potential. A legendary, a return or a surprise, you save that for, you know, someone like Hulk Hogan popping in for an appearance, or Ric Flair. You save that for them, and that's that big surprise factor. But someone like Edge, who's your top 3-star, you've got to feature him, you've got to promote him, you've got to get him ready. So, try to get a Carter? No. Is there any way you can keep Cody happy so he doesn't leave? Cody's very happy. It's 2010. He stays until 2016, doesn't he? So, he's not going anywhere. Will Dolph win the world title? He's got a lot of improving to do. 73, 74 popularity. He needs to get around to 80, 85. Improve his in-ring work a bit. He's a potential. He's a chance. Not yet. Save Edge for the Smackdown after Mania. Oh, you said after Mania. Okay, my bad. I read that wrong. But, yeah, you could, but may as well use him now. You've got him. Why wait? You know? We kind of need him. We could get a big WrestleMania match out of him. I'm thinking Rey Mysterio versus Edge at WrestleMania. You could do that, or you could put him in a multi-man match. You could do a lot more. A lot more with him. Just having a quick little look around, see if any improvements. Oh, I want to look at... oh yeah, look at Zack Ryder. He's certainly improving. He had a win over William Regal. It's helped him a little bit. It's just boosted him in that bit. Let's take a look at Rusev, who had that match. So he was 10 popularity with that one match, up to 17. So that will give him a little bit more opportunity down in developmental. So that's probably a good call. See if anyone improved from being in that face-off. Certainly Kurt Hawkins. He's up to 52 now. I swear he was a lot less than that. Actually, no, probably not. So he probably bumped up a little bit. Prince Devitt was also in it as well. Did he get any improvement? Maybe. Yeah, no, he was about 38. So, yeah, 37. So he's bumped up a little bit as well to about 40. Which is good. And yeah, so just kind of looking around. Batista and Ray tag team eventually. Eventually, but right now Batista's still relatively new heel. And we'll keep with that heel run. We'll keep him going as a heel. Can we see the TNA roster if they change something on Regal? Okay, we can take a look. Steven Regal is still the same gimmick. He probably hasn't had a match yet in TNA, no. Still pretty early days. Normally takes them a few weeks before they do anything with him. So we've got one more week's worth of shows, then we're going to get to our pay-per-view. So I'd like to get through those shows. I might have to do a late night for myself to get to those shows, to be honest. Not going to do Money in the Bank WrestleMania. I'm going to do Money in the Bank in its own pay-per-view. Do you think WWE could be a bit different if Edge didn't have to retire? You probably would have won a little bit more. Alright, so here's something. A couple of big things, to be honest. Raven is going to sign with us. So we got him. We got Raven. Reason why we got Raven: 88 mic, 88 charisma, 85 acting. Yes, he can wrestle a little bit, but essentially we got him to be a mouthpiece. My idea for him was to put him in the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk as a reformed guy. Someone who obviously has, you know, as we know in this series of our TNA series, he had a lot of issues with drugs. So he's now clean, fingers crossed, and CM Punk can take the credit for that and kind of go along with that. So I think that could be a decent fit and help out Mercury and Gallows as well. So can we leave it? We'll let them decide what his push is going to be. So yes, stuff TNA, screw TNA, we've got Raven. We finally got someone from TNA. We stole someone. And the other one is The Rock. The Rock is coming home. We've given him a contract, $115,000 per month. Thank God we make a lot of money. Otherwise, we would be in some trouble. The Rock is coming. He's ours. And essentially, he could appear at WrestleMania if we want him to. So we're going to leave him as a personality for now. So what's he actually want to be? An authority figure. Okay. So, just checking The Rock. He is available to wrestle. 100 popularity. So if we wanted him to wrestle, he definitely could. And Raven. So he's there. Popularity-wise, is mixed. 60 in a couple of regions, but mainly 40s. So nothing special. Current gimmick is Loner. Let's have a look. If we can get him a better gimmick than that. Heel. Weird. Cult leader. I think that could be a good gimmick for him. Cult leader, definitely. Split personality, intelligent psycho. Psychopath with an outstanding IQ. Yeah, that could work. The Rock is the GM of his own show. Yeah. The Rock as GM could work, definitely. We kind of do need a Raw GM. We've got Stephanie doing it right now, which is not a bad idea, but we could do something different. Straight edge gimmick. Yeah, probably would work, but the thing is, doesn't suit him. Straight edge. A 75. It's a cocky gimmick. Bringing guys with good hardcore stats. There's really not many, dude. There's really not many that with good hardcore stats. I might go with Cult Leader for Raven. I think that would suit him. So, if you want me to, I'll take a look, see if anyone has good hardcore stats, but I don't think there's many. Not anyone that's any good, that's for sure. Drake Younger, 75. He's not a bad idea. Jimmy Havoc. Yeah. Only people who really just hardcore wrestlers who just do nothing but beat people over the head with stuff. You know, we're not really interested in that. We want people who can work a little bit, if possible. Because not every match will be hardcore. Austin as Raw GM, Rock as Smackdown GM, and they have them opposite teams in Survivor Series. Yeah, that would actually be really good. The plan is for next year's WrestleMania is to do Austin versus CM Punk. So we will need to start introducing Steve Austin in some capacity. 2011 have The Rock feud with Taker. Yeah, we could. We could. So, do we go with that? I mean, The Rock, GM, Stone... I mean, The Rock and Stone Cold as GMs would be huge. That would be really good. Is Austin willing to compete? Let's have a look at his contract. Yes, Austin will wrestle. He can wrestle, yes. Look at the difference. Austin on $13,000 per month because he's got a GM's contract rather than a wrestler contract. Whereas The Rock's got a wrestler contract. Otherwise, Austin would be on 100K as well. No, I will not be ending the streak. Am I going to do Hall of Fame? Yes. I actually had a look at potential Hall of Fame candidates, and there's a lot. A stupid amount, really. Tony Atlas needs a gimmick change. He's got a bad gimmick. So Tony Atlas, what can we give him? He's like MVPs and Mark Henry's. Just an arrogant heel could work, couldn't it? Just something simple, arrogant heel. Yeah, that'll do. Shouldn't Austin technically be retired? Yes, but you can make anyone wrestle. Austin could have done the match. He thought about doing the match. Well, this time I'm making him do the match. He's going to do the match. Yeah, you could do sports agent, but we'll utilize his decent cocky stats and just do that. Okay, so... Well, speaking of Hall of Fame, I might as well get you guys to take a look while we're here. These are the only people in the Hall of Fame right now. So, Macho Man, Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, spelled wrong, Rock and Roll Express, and Ricky Steamboat. So, there's a lot of people that could go in the Hall of Fame. A lot. So, have a think about it. Who are some candidates you would love to see? Pretty much anybody, really. There's so many. so many. Yes, CM Punk will be winning the title at WrestleMania. Tony Garea? A road agent? Yeah, if he wants to stay, I'll keep him. Keep him on. I'll give him 2 years. Oh, he wants a bit more money. Oh. Greedy, are you? There you go. Have $8 grand. Sweet Puppy Sanchez. Yeah, that's a decent shout. Hogan. Yeah, Hogan should go in. You know, it's a bit slack that they haven't already got every name that was currently in at the time in the Hall of Fame. A bit silly, but we'll put him in. Ric Flair. Yeah, we could get Ric Flair in as well to do it. Raven vs. Kane in an Inferno match. That's interesting. Could do that. I don't think an Inferno match would go down real well. Oh, we got to keep booking, otherwise I'm not going to get to this pay-per-view. CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins on this episode of Raw. I wanted to keep them separate because I wanted Seth Rollins to keep on winning. So, yeah, we probably won't do that. I mean, we could, but doesn't really. Seth Rollins needs to keep on winning other matches. Let's have a look. I better talk show to open up. Talk show, 3 guests argue. So, talk show host. Bring back the Hulkster for it? Nah, I better not. Who could we do? Paul Heyman? Nah, he's not. Shouldn't be on this brand. Steve Austin. The Miz could do it. The Miz. Jericho could do it as well. We might give the Miz that spot. And it will have CM Punk, Triple H, John Cena go back and forth. Reason being, Shawn Michaels still got beaten down by Straight Edge Society, so we'll still sell his injury a little bit. Actually, CM Miz, you got to use this script this time. Have Maurice have a match against Nikki. Actually, we'll have Brie Bella have a match. Maurice can win. And let's give Seth Rollins a promo. It's Mike Knox. See how Seth goes on the mic. And we probably need to give Mike Knox the victory, unfortunately, because we don't want to sacrifice his popularity. He's got a lot more popularity than Rollins. But what we'll do is a cheap win. Cheating or something like that. Since we have Chris Jericho, we might as well have him cut a promo. Let's cut a promo on Cody Rhodes. And then we'll have... Let's have Chris Jericho and the Big Show in a match. And they can take on David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd. I should probably change this promo. Make Big Show involved in it too. I won't be lazy. I'll make it a 2-on-2. And Cody and Ted. Alright, 15 more minutes. Time for a main event. Main event. This is my dilemma every episode, isn't it? Give John Cena a match, couldn't we? John Cena versus Luke Gallows. Won't be amazing, but Cena might be able to carry him to something good. Cena gets the win. CM Punk on commentary. And then maybe Shawn Michaels comes out, returns from injury, and hits the super kick on CM Punk. And might just have to do a pre-show promo for R-Truth. Cuts one on The Miz. Maurice can cut promo on Melina on the pre-show as well. Just a little bit there to give them something. Should do Mercury? No, that would be really bad. Not even Cena could carry Mercury. Alrighty. Yeah, that should do it. Unless I want to do another pre-show match with some of our other guys. What about Shad versus Joey Mercury? Shad will win, but just a way to get Mercury another match, just to keep on improving. So 84 for the Truth promo, 72 for the Maurice promo, 63 for the Shad and Joey Mercury match. Shad 66, Mercury 46. Good start to the show, 100 rated. 68 for Maurice and Brie Bella. Maurice 67, that's good. 65 for Seth's promo, that's actually a pretty good promo for Seth. And 65 for their match. So this is very good. 64 for Mike Knox, that's okay. Actually, that's pretty good for Mike Knox. And 57 for Seth Rollins. And considering Rollins is around that 48 popularity, that's a very good match from him. That's a good performance. Big Show and Jericho, 86, that's good. 82 for their match. Wow, Tyson Kidd, 80. 71 for David Hart Smith. Wow. Problem is, if we turn Tyson Kidd face, it's going to get a bad reaction because his face performance is quite low. I don't think that's an accurate number. I think he's plays both pretty well. I think he's probably more 70 face, maybe 75 heel. So I think that probably warrants a change. And John Cena, the king of carrying people, he got a 90 rated match out of Luke Gallows. How in the hell did you do that? I think you should have done Cena versus Devitt. Why? Makes no sense. But yes, 96 for Cena, 63 for Gallows, 90 overall. Excellent match. And then CM Punk and Shawn Michaels at the end, 87. That probably should have been a little bit better. That's okay. Punk gets the bit of revenge. Boom, super kicks CM Punk and lets him know that he's back, he's healthy, he's 100% ready to go for the 6-man match at Bad Blood. 89 overall. Cena is really good, man. John Cena is the king. Cena is the king at carrying. Oh god. Okay. Shit. R-Truth's contract is up. Whew. Every time someone's contract is up, I'm getting worried because I feel like we're going to lose them. Alright, Truth, please. Don't go back to TNA. Remember why you left them in the first place. I never gave you a push when I worked for TNA 3 years ago. Alright, let's give him that 5-year deal. Earl Hebner's finally joined us. About time. And Trent Beretta's going to stick around. He's going to go back to developmental, which is a good thing for him, I think. Change Mercury's picture. Alright, let's see if he's got a bald one. There you go. Should give Tyson Kidd a mid-cut push. Yeah, Tyson Kidd's really damn good. I'm just going to edit his stats because I think he could play babyface. I think that's a bit unfair for him not to be able to. Shit, what's his real thing? Tyson what? TJ Wilson. So I'm going to make that 70. Earl Hebner needs a position. Earl Hebner, 92 referee. That's really damn good. That's as good as it gets. So that's why we brought him back. Very, very good referee. Put Hogan in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he's going in. Don't worry. He'll be going in. Where's Beretta's partner? Who is Beretta's partner? So yeah, so... Oh, let's take a look at Impact. 79 for their show. Daniel, Suicide, and Hernandez beat Rhino and Beer Money. Okay. They do a lot of angles. A lot. So, Eric Young beat Abyss and a few others. Abyss, that's why you shouldn't have left. Why did you leave, Abyss? You should have stayed. You should have came to us. Then again, his popularity has improved. 56 to 58. So they haven't done too bad by him. Put a random jobber on the Hall of Fame. Now, why would I do that? Kalen Croft. I released him. Yeah, whoops. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to go ahead and do the next show. Just have a look. Seth Rollins. Going well. He's going well. Luke Gallows. Did that big match help him out? No, it didn't really. Despite doing really well in that match, or getting carried in that match, it didn't really help him. It's interesting, isn't it? CM Punk getting closer and closer to that mid-90s, which is where we want him to be. What about John Cena? He's got to be really the man right now. 98, yeah, he's killing it. Chamber this stream or next? I'm going to push myself. It's nearly 3 AM, but I'm going to try and get to the chamber. And then we'll call it an episode. Then afterwards, maybe tomorrow, I might do another stream, and it'll be Bad Blood. I'm going to try and stream as much as I possibly can for you guys to make up for it. So ECW. Okay, so... Continue on with our Henry MVP, Kit, Kofi, Kane, Christian deal. So, we've got probably 2 more weeks until we do our ECW special. So, we might do a contract signing. Should we do a Fatal 4-Way for our ECW special? Yeah, I think the way we're going, I think a Fatal 4-Way. Or do we say that for WrestleMania? A big man, multi-man match at WrestleMania? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Do a multi-man match for the ECW title at WrestleMania, or do a Fatal 4-Way now on our ECW special? Which we need a name for the ECW special. What can we call the ECW special? What's up, official RJ? Welcome, man. And then we do a singles match at WrestleMania instead. Otherwise, we could just do a contract signing. World Greatest Tag Team is Christian and Kofi, the main event. Yeah. So you guys meant to do the Fatal 4-Way now. Okay. Let's do it then. Okay, so got Christian, Kane, Paul Heyman, Kofi, Mark Henry. Alright. And then we might have MVP have a match. MVP can take on Primo. Primo needs a few more segments before we can turn him heel, so I've got to try and have him wrestle a little bit more. You could have used Lost in Space. Yeah, I could have. What a name that is. Let's do another hardcore. Let's do a multi-man hardcore match. Something different. Let's go a bit crazy. We've had a lot of single matches. Let's do something different. ECW. We need a multi-man though. Here we go. 4-way. Fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. Fatal 4-way Dance Table. Fatal 4-way Hardcore. Alright, so Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, Homicide, Tajiri. And Tommy Dreamer can win it. And let's make it Car Crash. ECW Fatal Blow, ECW Gone Extreme. I might have someone from Developmental come in for a match. I wonder if anyone from Developmental's got good hardcore. Okay. No, they really don't. Okay. Hey, there's your answer. What about decent? Sammy Callahan. Sweet Poppy Sanchez. Oh, for God. What's he done, Sweet Poppy Sanchez? He's had 6 matches. His best match is 45. He averages 34. God help us. God. Sweet Poppy Sanchez. ECW Revolt, Civil War, Stockade. ECW Fatal 4-way. Yeah, that could nearly work. Alright, screw it. Let's give Sweet Poppy Sanchez a match. I'm probably going to regret this. I was going to do hardcore, but is there any point? And we'll let let's give Tanaka a win. He hasn't had a win yet. Let's do a hype video hyping up our main event. Or a major match. And Mark Henry. ECW Hardcore Resurrection. Okay. Hurricane needs a match. Hasn't had one for a little bit. He can take on Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin gets the win. And then let's give a brawl between Benjamin and Daniel Bryan afterwards. I guess that could main event. I mean, unless we want to force another 4-way match out of the other guys. I mean, Hurricane and Benjamin's not a strong main event, but it might have to do. Oh, we could do Air Boom. What are they? Air Boom? Yeah. Force that on the card. And then that could take on... Oh, we could do that next week. Evan Bourne and Kofi versus MVP and Mark Henry. That'll be a strong match next week, wouldn't it? Otherwise, you could do Homicide and Low Key. World's Greatest Tag. We've kind of already booked out other teams. We need another match, probably, though. ECW, Shockage, Gone PG, Fatal Blow, Blood on the Mat, Broken Half. Alright, so... let's just establish this team. Let's give them a match against whoever, so they can take on. Actually, let's bring up a developmental team for a night. Do we have a developmental team? That's the question. A couple of guys from developmental. Who should we bring in for a night? The Usos. Let's give them a match. Are they even a team? What the fuck? Okay, cool. Thank God they've actually a team. Okay, so Kofi and Evan Bourne can take on the Usos, who are not quite ready for the main roster yet, but this is a chance for them to shine. Get a bit of an opportunity. And stick that there. Just make sure we give these guys a bit better of a push, otherwise we might get penalized. Let's take a look at their stats. They're okay. This is a chance to see where their tag team work is at right now. ECW barely legal. Yeah, guilty as charged. You can do some old school names, sure. Alright, so 85 for the opener with the contract signing for the Fatal 4-Way. MVP versus Primo, 75. That's actually a pretty good match. MVP, 74, so probably carried that. Primo's had 5 segments. Surely he could turn now. That's probably enough, isn't it? So we'll go for it. Average gimmick, and the turn was good. So Primo's now heel. So now we have Carlito and Primo as a tag team. Thank goodness. Benjamin, 69 promo. The 4-way hardcore match actually was pretty good. 63. Dreamer 65, Sebi 53, 64 Homicide, Tajiri 56. Probably better than I expected. Sweet Papi Sanchez had a 17 rated performance when he got beat up by Tanaka, who had 50 rated. So there you go. $84 for the hype video for the Fatal 4-Way. Airboom versus the Usos, 69. So the Usos have excellent chemistry, which is good. Kofi, 79. So that's actually a lot better. Normally he's about 76. So he had a lot better performance as a tag team guy. Evan Bourne, 69. So that's good. Usos around about that 40 mark, so not quite ready yet. And wow, Hurricane and Benjamin, 81. That's a lot damn better than I expected. Wow. There you go. And then Brian attacking him afterwards, 67. 79 overall. Wow. That's a lot better than I expected, that's for sure. Alright, so let's have a look. Drew McIntyre's back. That's good. TNA. TNA. Really? Just piss off. Alright, so he's not overly convinced right now about the TNA offer. Like, he's convinced, but not crazily convinced. Never lower than upper mid-carder. Yeah, we can promise that. Wow, you won't... So, first, Vince is making me go down in wages. I don't think R-Truth will even allow that, will he? Wow, fuck. Yeah, he's not going to let me, so I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to offer R-Truth anything else. Oh, no. Vince is really screwing me over here. Wow. Wow. Fuck. Guys, Vince has just screwed me. R-Truth's done. R-Truth's gonna go. We can't offer him another deal. Fuck. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Vince the Madman, yeah, he's a freaking madman. Honestly, Vince, come on. Cut me a break. There's no way Truth is staying. Try and offer him another deal. TNA's giving him 26k a month, 4-year deal, 20% per event. That's a better deal than what we're offering him, for sure. More money. Yes, one less year, but everything else is better. Vince has just screwed me. Yeah, that's bullshit, isn't it? Like that's honestly bullshit. I can't cheat and extend his contract. Alright, I'll tell you what we'll do. To make it fair on me, since Vince is screwing me, let's give Truth another 20 or so days, and then we'll renegotiate, and hopefully we can actually compete this time. Hopefully we have a chance this time. So, cheating a little bit, but only a few more days on it, so then we can renegotiate and battle them again. So, we'll go for that. Check out FCW. Alright. Bo Dallas versus Rusev 35. So hey, we gave Rusev a match. He gets a match on developmental. Sweet Puppy Sanchez beat Tyler Breeze. I don't know why, but he did. Tyler Rex and Titus O'Neil and Curtis Axel beat Callahan, Camacho, and Bennett Fit 37. And a skip involving Brooke and Angelina. Wade Barrett beat Darren Young to keep the Florida heavyweight title. David Otunga beat Del Rio. Asuka defeated Tamina and Naomi to keep her title. And the Rotundos beat the Usos, 51 rated. That's not bad. So their major show, that was a little bit a while back. Yeah, so that was a while ago. That's cool. We won't worry about that one. Lower teenage money, they never had 11 million ever. I think it's because they've made so much money. So they're now on 12 million. It's not, they started with 5 million, guys. They've made 7 million in the game. That's the problem. They've made 7 million. So it's teenagers being successful. That's the problem. Looking at their size, they continue to grow. That's the thing. They just keep on growing, and they're drawing 9,000. Their pay-per-view, against all odds, drew 140,000 buys and had nearly 19,000 attendance. So there you go. Turn that into momentum. No, I want them to be successful. The competition's good. It's just when we don't even have half a chance to try and retain one of my top names. That's ridiculous. At least they're doing something right. AJ Styles still the champion there. His popularity is starting to grow. So that'll be good. So when I get to steal AJ Styles from them, at least he'll have some popularity for me. Because trust me, when AJ Styles' contract comes up... Actually, his is 3 years away, so I probably won't be able to get him. Damn. Otherwise, I would take him. I'd give him a 10-year contract. I would offer him the world. Creative control if I had to. Matt Hardy was a jerk backstage and he got beat up by the Big Show. Well, look, getting beat up by the Big Show, I think that's a hard enough punishment, so... Oh, everyone's unhappy with me. Oh. Probably should have fined him. JBL brought before the wrestlers court because he made a backstage mess. Well, at least he wasn't bullying people. Why didn't you play as Vince? Because I like to have owner goals. I do. I like that extra challenge. I like having some restraint and not being able to sign everybody I want to easily. It makes it more fun, but it's been a little bit ridiculous so far. Vince has made it hard, and TNA's been very aggressive. Alright, so Smackdown. Well, last week we didn't do anything. Actually, no, we did, didn't we? I was going to say... Yeah, I thought we didn't do anything with the world title. That was the week before. So, this Sunday is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So, what do you do here? We had the face-off. We had the face-off. Do we... Contract signing? I think we've already done that. Phenom Mind Games. Phenom Revenge. My backstage is cancerous. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Let's pull a rib on Cesaro. Well, that improved it by 1%. There you go. Cesaro took it well. Phenom Revenge. We might go with that one. So Undertaker gets the upper hand on Batista. Okay, so singles match. Let's give... What do we got here? We got... Women's match. So we might give Mickie James a match. She can take on... I tell you what, we need some more women. I mean, our women's division is split, but a couple more women on each show would probably help. Maybe, but... I guess we'll have to give Mickie James a match against Layla, even though we've done that match 100 times, but... If you give a bonus to everyone, usually goes up. Yeah, I know. We'll give Matt Hardy a promo on Chavo. And so this week we're going to do the big Randy Orton and RVD match. Something we've been building and building and building towards. Haven't done it yet, so we'll get that done. We'll also do the Big Show versus Ted DiBiase. So we'll have a singles match there. And the Big Show could knock Ted DiBiase out. Boom. So Rob Van Dam, Randy Orton, hyped towards that match for later on the night. And Elimination Chamber. So that's going to cover that a little bit. So maybe a backstage something like, you know, argument backstage and they start fighting a little bit. So I guess that John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler's been doing it for feuding a little bit so they can brawl a bit backstage. Ziggler's pissed off that he lost last week, comes out, seeks out John Morrison backstage, attacks him. We might debut Lance Cade and give him a loss. Give him, not a win, I'll give him a loss. And we'll return Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre can return after about a month off, and we'll give him a win in his return match. Or do you do that at the pay-per-view? We might not have time at the pay-per-view, so we'll do it on Smackdown. And we'll do Randy Orton promo on RVD. So this gives us about 20 minutes to do this match. Randy Orton and RVD. We'll cut some time elsewhere if we have to. And Randy wins. go. So that should be okay. So 100 rated for the opening segment. No surprise. Mickey and Layla, 74. Mickey James, 77. Wow. There you go. Matt Hardy, 63. Yeah, okay. Ted and Big Show, 74. Big Show, 79. Ted, 72. It's okay. 90 for RVD and Randy, so that's good. That'll get the main event a bit more hype about it. Morrison and Ziggler backstage brawl, 81. That's good. Cade and McIntyre didn't really click, 50 rated. McIntyre just 55, but I guess they didn't have chemistry, so that's fine. We can ignore that. Randy Orton 91 in his promo. He was fantastic. That's good. So the main event, RVD and Randy. Let's hope it delivers. No. Just 81. I guess Randy really had to carry big time and couldn't quite get him to that massive match. You know, that 90 rated match. So we've had all that build, but didn't quite execute with the big match. Maybe needed a little bit more length. Maybe RVD just couldn't quite get it done. That's a shame. All Japan has offered a contract to Randy Savage. To do what? Written contract as well, so probably to do commentary, you'd think. But that will rule out us being able to do him for anything. Maybe TNA dropped out negotiations. Well, yeah, because they can't. So thank God for that. I'm liking what I'm hearing from Lance K. There's money in the promos if the kid gets airtime. Well, that's a pretty good person to have backing you up, is The Undertaker. Don't necessarily agree with him, but yeah. Oh, why is this show on a Saturday? Did I mess up? Yeah, that should not be on Saturday. Sunday. Alright, so that'll change that. Sign Awesome Kong. I'm thinking about it. I probably will soon. Raven can return tomorrow. That's good. So we'll have him. Maybe he makes his debut at Bad Blood to interfere and help out or something. Lance K, still 40. Drew McIntyre. RVD. We probably need to change the show into Tri-State. Make it an 80 for RVD. For his big... Maybe at the pay-per-view we can do that. To help RVD out. Get him that bit extra rating. So yeah. There you go. Just about there. So we are on the day of the Chamber. Raven leaves TNA, joins WWE. And they suggest he's a mid-carder. Okay. They still want him to wrestle. Okay. Luke Gallows. Actually, no, we'll debut him at the pay-per-view. So we'll wait out. We won't make him their manager yet. Maybe we could test that at house shows. Actually, I don't know if Raven does house shows, does he? Raven? No, he doesn't do house shows. Okay. I think, alright, I think we're pretty much ready for the pay-per-view. Let's hope we have a good one. A strong pay-per-view would be nice. Kane, popularity went up to 81. I think that's where it started and it dropped down, but it's good to know that it's gone back up. We started at 83. Well, shit. That's what being on ECW does. But he got it back to 81, so that's good news for Kane. Let me check the other guys then. Mark Henry went to 78. Wow, okay. Christian, nearly 81. Wow, and Kofi? Kofi's gone up. So everyone in the ECW feud has bumped up. That's really good news. Okay. You know you can make Raven an occasional wrestler? Yeah, of course I know. I know what I'm doing. I played this game a little bit. I know what I'm doing. But then he'll complain, so that's really good that everyone in that feud actually bumped up. So ECW is not going too bad. You know, they're getting there. Who did I see? Big Show, 84. That's gone up, surely. Started 83. Yeah, he's gone up. That's really good news. Chris Jericho. Oh, he's gone up too. That's fantastic. So, people are starting to go up a bit. Very good news. Christian bumped up. He didn't bump up as much as the others, but he's still 80, but he's 81 in a few regions, a lot more regions. So he's basically nearly 81, which is great, because considering he was about 80, when he started, I think he was 78. 77, so we've got him to 80, 81. That's a good, very good improvement. He's been protected pretty well. He's only lost one match, so, and that was against Kane and Carlito. So there you go. So we've protected him pretty well. All right, Elimination Chamber. This will be interesting. Am I having 2 Elimination Chambers? No, 1. Randy and Malenko had a fight. I'll give Randy a fine. 67 backstage rating. It's not good, is it? We've got to improve that. Alright, so we gave a rib but didn't quite do much. So what's the issue? Matt Hardy has a lot of tension with a lot of people. A lot of fights and things like that are happening, so that's not ideal. Locker room has a lot of heat on Matt Hardy and Sabu. Okay. So let's book back to front, maybe. Let's get Elimination Chamber done first. Elimination Chamber War Games? Alright, so... Well, the question is, do you have Batista and Undertaker main event? Or the Elimination Chamber? I think the Elimination Chamber won't do as good. So, maybe the Chamber opens the show. I don't know, you kind of... It's a tough one. What should main event? You guys let me know. The World Title or the Chamber? Because if you have the World Title main event, then it's whoever the champion can watch and wait, and whoever wins that chamber match, that's why we know, boom, they are the number 1 contender. Then you can have that confrontation at the end of the show. I guess you could do it either way, but I don't know, something to think about. Edge, and we'll give Edge a special entrance as well, surprise return. It's a tough match to return though, a chamber match straight up. Let's hope he doesn't get injured again. Randy Ray, Rob Van Dam, Edge, Dolph, John Morrison. Pretty split. A lot of people saying the Chamber should main event. A lot of people saying the World Title should main event. So Randy Orton wins. No. Which feud has more heat? That's a good question. Chamber 81, so surely Batista and Taker 97. Yeah, that's a no-brainer then. So should it open or should it be in the middle of the card? Well, probably good to open. The opener will be Edge's special return, so Edge can have a major entrance, returns. What else we got? We got Legacy and Jericho could open the show if you wanted to have Elimination Chamber in the middle of the card. That would be strong enough. Matt Hardy and Chavo. Do Chamber first. Have Randy RKO take her? Yeah, I will. Yeah, definitely. Gotta happen. Cody, Ted. Tag team match. Does it need a gimmick? Nah, we've got to keep the gimmick focused on the chamber. And not enough heat behind it probably to warrant a gimmick anyways. This should be a good match though. It is a heel versus heel match, which is the only thing bringing it down, but other than that, it's pretty good. Maybe Legacy and Orton attack, take it, end the show. No, we just go Randy, I think. So we might do a hype video to start off the show. Actually, no, we don't. Again, we don't know Edge is in it. All right. No, we'll be screw it. We won't do that. So we've still got a lot of time. Oh, we got the women's match. True. Yeah, we got the women's match. So we can do a promo for that. So who's the women's match on this one? It's Mickie James. I thought it was Mickie James and Maurice, but it's Mickie James and Katie Lee. That's right. So we'll have Mickie James kind of promo. Katie Lee's been pretty good, so we'll see how she goes against Mickie James. If she has a good performance, and I might really consider repackaging her and pushing her properly. Let's have there's plenty of time because it's a Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view, so there's a lot of time for our matches to be good. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Who else have we got? Drew McIntyre could have a match, I guess. Nakamura could have a match if you wanted. You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Nakamura having a match on pay-per-view would help his popularity a lot more. Against Drew McIntyre might not be a bad match. Give Drew the win. Because Nakamura, look, you know, he's not a part of our roster, so unfortunately, he's not going to get the wins. But we can feature him strongly. There's got plenty of time for the main event. So I think we should probably slap a gimmick on our main event. London Kendrick versus Kings of Wrestling. Yeah, that probably would be a good match. We'll see if we've got 10-15 minutes, I'll try and squeeze that in. Not sure if we will have time. So we've got Last Man Standing. I feel like have we done that for this feud? I feel like we have. No DQ. Steel Cage. Street Fight. What gimmick will Taker accept? Let's see if there's good match prestige. I quit match. TLC 2 out of 3 falls. 2 out of 3 falls. I do like that for tag titles. No, we don't need a gimmick for the tag titles. Buried alive, yeah. 2 out of 3 falls. Prestige very low. Oh yeah, that's right. Taker doesn't do any high risk matches. That's right. I forgot about that. Good shout. Yeah, you guys are right. So the Undertaker wins, retains the world title, and then maybe we'll widen an angle. Excuse my typing. It's 3:30 a.m. So just overness, I guess, will work. On screen, storyline change, success, defeat. Keep that one in there. Confrontation, action. Yeah, you could make that to either if you wanted to. Alright, there you go. So Randy attacks The Undertaker, lays him out after the match, sends a massive statement to The Undertaker. Fortunately though, you can't have that be the beginning of a new feud because you can't start that new feud after that, so that's annoying. We have 16 minutes left, so we could probably squeeze in another match. Yeah, so Cesaro, Chris Hero, Brian Kendrick, Paul London. And we give London and Kendrick the victory because they're a pretty good team, London and Kendrick. $185. We might need to put some more women on the show. Otherwise, we'll probably get penalized. So we might have Michelle McCool. She can take on, cut a promo on Maria. Maybe we'll have Gal Kim Maria versus Laycool on the pre-show. Can you add Orton to the world title feud in a minor role? I'll give it a go. Have we missed anything? We need to cut 2 minutes. Why? Oh yeah, I've put that at the top. Thank God I saw that. Ugh. That would have been a disaster. Okay, so I think we're good. We've covered Elimination Chamber starts the show. Hardy Chavo, yep. Legacy Jericho, yep. Regal and Kings of Wrestling doesn't exist anymore. Batista and Taker, women's match, yes. So we've covered everything. Alright. Let's do it. 69 for the women's match. Pretty good, actually. For a random women's match. Michelle McCool. Probably should have had that back to front, but that's all. Whatever, doesn't matter. So Edge makes his return. Starts the show off with 95. Makes his spectacular over-the-top entrance. And then they do the Elimination Chamber. Wow, only 81. Randy 96. So he wins. Rey Mysterio 82. RVD 70. Edge 87. So Edge and Randy really carrying. Dolph Ziggler 75. John Morrison 79. So definitely Randy the clear-cut man. Edge close second. Rey third. Morrison 4. RVD's still lacking, isn't he? Ziggler's getting better. Orton defeated Ziggler by the head punt. There you go. RVD keeps dragging down your match ratings. Yes. But we gotta try and push him. We gotta keep getting. We gotta keep working on him. We gotta get him to that point where he is useful, because he's too good to waste. Well, that's the problem. RVD was high on drugs. You son of a bitch, RVD. Chavo 70. Matt Hardy and Chavo 70. Okay, that's Matt Hardy 67. I guess his gimmick's dragging him down. We are going to turn him. When do we make him broken, though? We need to set up the right feud to make him broken. Kings of Wrestling, Lundgren Kendrick 71. Pretty good. Chris Hero 66. Cesaro 62. Kendrick 69. Paul London dragging the match down with 55. 80 for the hype video for this match, which was 78. Okay. DiBiase 73, Cody Rhodes 77, Jericho 94, Big Show 84. So Jericho was good. Legacy dipped it down a little bit. Well, you probably could send RVD to rehab now, because now his feud with Orton is over. So we probably don't need him now for WrestleMania season. So if you wanted to, you probably could send RVD to rehab. I think if you're going to do it, now we've got Edge back, it's probably a good time to do it. Mickie James promo, 80. Wow, for their match. Mickie James 77, Katie Lee 67. Good chemistry. That's a good match. That's a good match. There you go. Okay. Nakamura and Drew McIntyre, 65. Drew 65, Nakamura 53. That's pretty good. And here we go. The video for Batista and The Undertaker. Who is Batista going to feud with for Mania, though? Look, I don't know, man. Look, I guess Batista and Ray. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Batista and Ray is available. Got Edge and Ray. You could almost do a #1 contenders match if you wanted to. Considering we know Undertaker's going to beat Randy Orton, you could do a #1 contenders match with some of the Smackdown top guys. Alright, so let's have a look. The main event. Oh, really? 88. Batista really off his game. Dude, this is not the time to be off your frickin' game. Honestly, Batista. Undertaker, 99. He couldn't have done any better. Like, yeah, one more point. You could have done a little bit better, but 99, really? Batista 74. God. I thought we were going to hit the 90s. We'd done such a good build-up to it. Batista let me down. But that makes me feel a little bit better. Randy hits an RKO on The Undertaker. That makes me feel better. 100 rated for that one, so there you go. Thank God for that. 85 overall. Paul London was used too much. Oh, you've got to be joking. 10-minute match. Get the fuck out of here, honestly. Well, Batista, I'm not happy with him. He could do better. Batista could do better. Randy and Undertaker, they're awesome. Still better than the Chamber, yes it was, yeah. Yep. Chavo is now toned. Tyler Black is now a middleweight. Yes, we wanted Seth Rollins to move up. Everyone's annoyed that RVD was high on the drugs. 2.49 for the chamber buy rate. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so we kind of cheated a little bit, didn't we? Well... yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Cheated a little bit, but screw it. We'll give Mercury the full pay rise and RVD. Well, here's the problem with RVD. Potential that he could be gone for 6 months. You want him to be gone for just a limited time. No, he could be gone for 9 months. So he's left for rehab. He's gone for 5 months. Can we do better than that? Or is it already saved? Yeah, it's already saved. Alright, 5 months. Alright, 5 months for Van Dam. Needs to get better. You know, he's letting us down. 73. I mean, he's good, but it's just... it's not great. It's not great. And... instead, we'll push someone else. Someone else can get the push. Van Dam let us down a little bit. Someone else will get the opportunity. And we're probably going to do a brand shake up a bit, like a draft or whatever, so that's fine. Turn off autosave. Well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? Alright, so let's take a look at some of the changes. So Randy, with that win, didn't really improve him. Undertaker, looks like he went down, not up. That's not good. Batista, staying put. No real change there. Jericho, no change. Chavo, still the same. Matt Hardy, still the same. Mickey James, I think, has gone up a point. Push Matt Hardy. I don't know if Matt Hardy deserves it, man. I don't know. Matt Hardy hasn't been great either. Nakamura has certainly bumped up, surely. What was he before? He was 43, so we've bumped Nakamura up to 45, 46. So making him quite useful. So we're helping New Japan out. We're never going to get Nakamura, but it's good to know we can loan him out one day and hopefully he does better. What about Ted DiBiase? 69? Yeah, okay. If we can get Ted and Cody up to a good point, that would be really handy. Edge is a heel? Yes, he's a heel. We might have to turn Edge face, you know? It's a bit late for that now, isn't it? No, you could. He's not a great face, though. Because we've got a lot of upper mid carder heels. We don't have any baby faces. So Edge, if we turned him face, that would solve a few issues. Then you could do Edge and Batista, even though I don't know if Batista deserved the match after his disaster. Pissing me off. So, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. Not a lot of major changes for many. But it was just a Smackdown pay-per-view. So it wasn't a major pay-per-view, but it was what it was. Do an IC ladder match for Mania. I was going to do something like that for the US title, but I guess I could do something like that for IC instead. There's a lot of heels. We got, you know, John Morrison's got a lot of good guys to take on. Cody Rhodes, Ted, Dolph, Ray if you wanted to. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about ready to call the night. It's nearly 4 AM for me, so I've pretty much had enough. Went a little bit longer than I expected, but we got to the Elimination Chamber. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for the donations earlier on as well in the stream. Really, really appreciate that. If you do, make sure you subscribe to see more. and I will try and stream again, maybe tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on Twitter if I'm going to stream or not, so keep an eye out for that. It might be at a different time though, so just keep an eye out. I'll let you guys know what's going to happen. Edge vs John Morrison for the IC. Yeah, that could be good. That would be really good. You'd have to probably give Edge the belt though. That's the only problem. But yeah, so thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like on the video. The stream might take a while to appear on YouTube, so fingers crossed it doesn't get copyrighted this time. It shouldn't. Let's hope. So keep an eye for that. It'll come up later on the channel if you missed it. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See ya next time.